Welcome into SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Steve Suff alongside Ryan Fahey, and we've got Brian Sturm, who's standing on a table right now, getting film of the game, as we are here at the field at the Grays Lake Aquatic Center, Grays Lake Park District facility, for some Vipers football, as they the Chicago Vipers take on the Lake County Venom. So, Ryan, how's it going today?
It is going great. Oh, there we go. A little technical difficulties. It's going great, Steve. A beautiful night for football, though, I will say.
That it is. It's getting a little chillier by the second, so that happens. But yeah, we're about ready to get started here. Some Gridiron Football League action.
Yep, and just a reminder for everybody, if you're just tuning into Gridiron Football for the first time, this is 9-on-9 football. There are no kickoffs in the Gridiron Football League. We start on the 30-yard lines of each team at each half. These are 45-minute halves. You play these halves as you would soccer. It's a running clock. It will stop on timeouts and touch. And then as well, it becomes an NFL-style clock after 3 minutes left to play in each half with a 5 or 10-minute intermission at halftime. So game's about ready to begin. Ball's on the field. Teams are set. The Vipers will start on defense, and the Venom go from right to left. Handoff, and the running back takes it and is brought down for about a 1-yard gain. Running back was Tony Kuhn. And their starting quarterback is Kevin Parker. On the season, the Venom are 4-2, sitting at second place in the American Conference of the Gridiron Football League. And the Vipers at 5-1 are sitting in second place in the National Conference of the Gridiron Football League. Pass over the middle as Nate Moses, is met by two Viper defenders, Shane Voigt and Joey Brutskis. So a good play there to make it now 3rd down and about 5 to go for this Venom offense. Parker's got one wide to the right, or one wide to the left and two to the right. He throws quickly, makes the catch, did Gary Konikin for the 1st down. So quick moving plays here for the Venom. They've passed it twice and run it once, but after that 1st down run, they went pass heavy. So they went over the middle pretty much twice. And what are you seeing so far? I'm seeing confidence more. I'm seeing more confidence. Usually teams that the Vipers have started off against, they try to take away their opponent's confidence, but the Venom not trying to do that. They're trying to work around that, if you will, right now.
That's exactly what it looks like. So 1st down from about the 43 as Parker has one wide to the left, 2 to the right, and is running back on his left hip, and he is met immediately. Tony Kuhn is met immediately for a gain of about 1 or 2, as it is 2nd down and 8.
A good stop there by the defensive line there of the Vipers.
I believe that was Drew Jones, if I'm not mistaken.
0-0. He had a big game against the Wilmot Phoenix a few weeks ago, so Drew Jones once again having a big stance as the linebacker for the Vipers here.
2nd down and 8. This is a pitch to Kuhn, and he is met immediately and brought down for what looks like a loss of maybe a yard.
Bit of a breezy night here in Grays Lake.
And that was Greg Silsby, who actually came out of last week's game.
Yeah, he had
twin cramps in his
right and
calves.
left. Yeah, that's something that you don't hear about every day.
Twin cramps.
Twin cramps in your right and left calf. He was in a lot of pain when I was talking to him during the game last week. He was not comfortable at all sitting on the bench.
Exactly. How does it feel to be graduated from sideline reporter to color commentator?
Yeah, you know what? I've done it all in this business, I can tell you.
Yes, you have. Parker rolls out left, is running with it, trying to get the first down, and he does. On third down, look to pass.
Yeah, smart move there by Parker. He's staying in the pocket for as long as he could. He didn't really want to try to throw the deep pass, try to take a risk downfield. He decided to take the smart player, as you said, ran to his left. Got a new set of downs now for the Venom as they are now in Viper territory.
And Gary Konkian, excuse me. Some of these names are fun. Gary Konkian comes out of the game for the Venom. And once again, you've got 2 wide left, 1 wide right. And actually under center for the first time in a while that I've seen a team go, as they had number... Sorry, trying to get a number here. 55, Jeff Clayton, the fullback in that set, in that little I formation under center, got the pitch for what looked like about 5 yards. So not a bad run there for the Venom.
Not a bad run. Looks like to be second down at 5. Looks like it is about the Vipers' 37-yard line.
Once again, Parker's going under center. So, yeah. And he's got the I formation set up. Handed off again. To Clayton, who goes right up the gut for another 2 or 3 yards.
Yep, and the tackle there was by number 32, Jamie Wyatt of your Chicago Vipers.
Very deliberate pace to this game so far.
Yep.
Seems like the Venom are trying to just keep
a smooth, even pace going. I mean, and off that run, it gave them a new set of downs. And this is something we're not used to seeing with the Vipers. Usually they're good with the 3-and-out possessions. Here we go with Parker now.
Parker throwing off to the left.
And I believe...
Are they calling him out of bounds?
It was going to be an incomplete pass. I don't think he had full possession of it going with him, so it's 2nd down and 10 now.
Yes, it's now 2nd down and 10 on the pass from Parker to number 1, Nate Moses. Sorry about the wind.
It is a very windy affair here in Grays Lake. A little windy last week as well, but a little more effective here in Grays Lake, more of an open area. So the breeze might be a little more effective here.
Trying to do everything I can to make sure that the
you're looking like an NFL coach now, covering the head, your mouth up and everything.
Yeah, I might as well just use the papers, but
Ooh.
That's an incomplete pass there from Parker to his running back.
It's Gary Konkian.
Konkian.
They kind of threw it behind him a little bit as he was running a route. He was up in the left slot to Parker. He was running to his right, kind of threw it behind him there. So that brings up a 3rd down and 10.
And this is the first real good stops that we've seen out of this Viper defense so far.
So far, yeah. It's not like it's been the big plays that have gotten to the Vipers defense so far, but with the Venom, they've just been slowly chipping away at this right now on this offensive possession to start off as we have 37-30 to go in the first half.
Yes, and now out of the shotgun, Parker looks left, throws left, misfires to number 20.
As we have an Agent 20.
Agent 20.
We have Agent 20 on the field.
I like that.
We have Agent 20. And it's going to be a 4th down now, and here
4th
comes
and 10.
This is the option if you go for it or you switch possession, and it looks
they
like
are
the
switching
Venom,
possession.
Yep, so a defensive stance there by the Vipers. They allowed some yards against them, but now here comes Noel Rivera in the offense.
And last week, Noel was actually cramping himself.
It was a bit of a humid evening last week out in Melrose Park, the home of the Chicago Vipers.
Babe Serpico Memorial Field.
It was a bit, as we saw with Silsby, he had cramps in both of his calves, which is still a rarity to point out. But then you saw Rivera with the cramps injury. Jay Fortuna came in early, or it came in earlier than he usually would in a game. So, but I talked to Rivera earlier last week after the game. He said he's fine. Saw him before the game here tonight. He is 100% and ready to go.
Very good. So Noel Rivera leads the offense for the Vipers onto the field as they start from deep in their own territory. The
Jay
Vipers
Fortuna
going left
lining
to right.
up as an offensive lineman right now.
Jay's been doing a little bit of everything the past 2 weeks. He's got 2 wide right, or 2 wide left, 2 wide to his right. Hands the ball off to Hampton.
Ooh.
And he is met almost immediately for a gain of probably about 2 or 3.
Yeah, and this is where the Vipers offense, it almost runs through Josh Hampton in a way, depending on where you line him up, whether you line him up on a wide receiver slot or you line him to the outside or in a running back position. He controls what your defense is going to look at. Your defense is going to look at Josh Hampton every snap.
It's either Josh Hampton or Eli Williams, one of the two.
And since Eli's not out there, it's Josh Hampton. And Josh Hampton can beat you downfield.
Yes, he can.
Stan White out to the left now.
Noel's got 2 guys on either hip and 1 wide left, 1 wide right. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Josh.
I think the snap actually went to Hampton because Rivera didn't move, so that might have been a fake snap to Hampton.
And it didn't do anything as they lost a few yards on that play.
Yeah, I don't think the Venom were going to be fooled there. I think it looked like the snap immediately went to Hampton from our vantage point here on the sidelines. We're standing on the sidelines of the Venom here. And it looked like the snap went right to Hampton because Rivera barely moved as he called for the ball. But, yeah, as you mentioned, the Venom read that one perfectly, and it brings up a loss of yards here for the Venom. Or for the Vipers, excuse me.
Yes, it does. So 3rd down for the Vipers in their own territory. Let's see if they can get out of here, get a first down, and keep this drive together.
Still no score, 34-25 and counting to go in the first half.
Thank you, Ryan. Noel takes the snap, looks left, looks over the middle. Couldn't complete the pass to
and we're going to have a
Stan White.
We got a flag on the field. Looks like it's going to be holding against the Vipers, so I think they will decline the penalty to Venom. It was an incomplete pass.
Some of the guys on the sideline for the Venom are calling.
They might be calling it a safety because of if the holding happened in the end zone,
then it's a safety, so that'd be 2 points. It's just 4th down.
It's just 4th down, so it did not happen in the end zone. Came close to it though.
Very close.
And it's going to be a change of possession just like that.
Yes, and you see Frank Wattis walking off the field, number 81. His brother Tommy is now on injured reserve, and we wish Tommy all the best.
Yes, wish him a quick and speedy recovery as well. And an interesting thing that, as you mentioned, we just talking about Eli Williams coming off the field. What a crazy combination would it be if you have Rivera as your quarterback. To his right, you have Josh Hampton. To your left, you put Eli, or have them out in the slots.
And then you've got Jay lining up in the slot on either side, the left or the right. That'd be interesting.
Ooh.
A little bit.
Quite the interesting formation there, I would say.
A little hybrid Wildcat offense there.
I think I'd be okay with that.
So from about the 40, 35.
Looks like
so hard to tell.
It's about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it's about the 35-yard line. The Venom take control of the ball.
And
they are drawn.
That's going to be.
The Vipers are drawn offsides, neutral zone infraction from the hard count.
The entire defensive line moved there, so we'll get the official signal in just a second.
Oh, it looks like that is actually going to be a false start.
So it's always the slightest of it's always the slightest of flinches that the defensive lineman will sell is saying, "Hey, he drew me off sides." So, I believe from who moved on the defensive line for the Vipers, I believe offensive lineman for the Venom, I think it was number. I'll get the number in just a second. I believe it was number 72, I believe, on the play that caused that false start to happen.
Under center, Parker goes, and he pitches the ball off to Agent 20, going off to the left. He's met by Shane Voigt.
Shane Voido, who's been having some also big impact tackles in the last few weeks as well. He had a big game out in Wilmot, Wisconsin against the Phoenix, and he continued it last week as well, and he's looking to have that same impact here again tonight.
We now have 31:30 to go here in this first half of play. Gridiron Football League action between the Chicago Vipers and the Lake County Venom. Parker's going shotgun this time. It's very interesting to see a team use...
Parker's tall, I might add, too.
Parker is tall. He takes a snap, throws it right over the middle. Couldn't catch it.
That was right
Kevin
to...
O'Rourke. Okay, I am now...
What are you being told, Steve?
I am being corrected. It's Kevin O'Rourke is the quarterback. Thank you very much. No worries.
So Kevin O'Rourke now the quarterback for the Lake County Venom.
I was just using what I was told, or using what I was given. So my apologies to the Lake County Venom for getting the name wrong.
Kevin O'Rourke listed as number 87 on the rosters we were given, listed as a quarterback and a wide receiver.
O'Rourke takes a snap, rolls left. He's looking to run, gets out of bounds, probably just at or
right at about the 30-yard or closer to the 30-yard line,
which is not going to be enough for a first down.
So that'll be fourth down, and it's a change of possession. So
change of possession as the Vipers go back again deep into their territory.
Seeing it, what are we, 15 minutes in now exactly and counting? We're seeing a little bit of a defensive stalemate here to start off the game, but that has not proved anything to start a game because we've seen second halves where they have exploded.
Well, we've also seen the game at Altgeld Park against the Chicago Falcons where the first two plays of offense
were 70-yard touchdown runs
for the Vipers. So anything can happen in the Gridiron Football League. Anything can happen for the Chicago Vipers team.
That was a heck of a first play by Eli Williams against the Chicago Falcons.
Yes, it was.
That was a crazy play.
And then James Patterson with the touchdown grab. That was pretty impressive, too. So Noel...
It was a while ago, too, back in the season.
Yes, it was. Noel goes under center, leading this Vipers offense. Pitches it left to Eli, and Eli is going for probably about a gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, it was a quick pitch out to Eli Williams to Rivera's left. Couldn't really find any blockers upfield, so he just took the yards at a guess. So it'll probably be about second down and 6 to go now.
There are some ominous-looking clouds over to the north.
Hey, it looks like it's going to blow right over us, too, though. Had that happen, we saw a little bit of some curious cloud cover before we got the game started here today, so looks like it's going to blow over, though.
Let's hope so.
Because if we look to our west, it is bright and sunny.
That it is. So Noel has Hampton off his right hip, 2 wide left, and one of them is Eli, 1 wide right. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, and immediately is running around the pocket. Throws it for Hampton, who catches it, stays on his feet, tries to shake a defender, and is taken down with enough for what looks like the first down from here, but it might not be.
Yeah, spinorama, but in the pocket there by Noel Rivera, keeping his balance.
A little bit of Patrick Kane action there.
Yeah, or if we want to go old school, the great Denny Savard.
Oh.
I don't know. He somehow kept his balance. It looked like he was going to go down there a little bit, but he kept his balance, and he threw it to his right into, as you mentioned, Josh Hampton, and it was enough for the first down, so it is a new set of downs now for the Vipers.
And if Noel would have kept looking, he had Tommy Wattis pretty much wide open.
Well,
Frank Wattis wide open over the left, deeper than where Hampton was when he made that catch. So now you've got Noel just sent Josh Hampton into the slot off the right side. Shotgun, 2 wide right now that Hampton's gone off his right hip. Takes a snap, pitches it to Eli off the left. Trying to shake a few defenders.
Couple nice moves there by Eli.
Made a nice cut or 2 or 3
or 4
to grab a few extra yards. So now we're looking at
third down and about a yard.
Third
maybe not even a yard. As we have 27 minutes exactly now to go here in this first half.
You think they might go to a designed run up the gut for Noel?
It's possible. We saw that happen a lot last week in their game against the Waukesha Raiders. So we don't know with this Vipers offense. There is a lot of variety, if you will. So
there's definitely
be prepared to see something from Josh Hampton, maybe Stan White, Eli Williams, who's lined up to the left right now. There's a lot of options here for Rivera.
Wattis is on the field as well, so anything can happen here. Noel's out of the shotgun, takes the snap, rolls right, stays in the pocket, escapes a few defenders, and is met right at the line of scrimmage by Agent 16. I think that's going to be the way we do this for the Venom is they are agents, and we're going to
we'll sort this out at halftime. So
yes, we will. So give us until halftime, and we'll sort it out.
We promise.
I swear. I promise.
Well, don't cry on us. There's no crying in broadcasting.
There's no crying in football, neither.
Well, if you get hurt really bad.
Blow out a knee. They're calling it a first down for the Vipers.
Yep, but Rivera did get enough, even though, as you mentioned, you were looking to see if it was going to be a run-up-the-middle by Rivera. It wasn't planned that way.
It was not designed,
but it worked.
And it worked. So Rivera takes the snap out of the shotgun. He's looking to throw, throws it deep for Eli. Just a shade overthrown.
Clean contact there, so no flag for defensive pass interference.
Just a shade overthrown, and Eli wound up diving, arms extended for that ball.
That was
A for effort, but he just couldn't grab it as it was just a shade overthrown.
That was Joski Allen Lyman, the cornerback for the Venom, on the coverage. So it brings up a 2nd down and 10 now.
2nd and 10 from what looks to be right about the 30-yard line. 2 wide left, 1 wide right, and Josh Hampton off the right hip of Noel Rivera. Again, the Vipers going from left to right, my left to my right. Botch snap, handoff to Hampton as he comes around the left side of the line. Gains about 2 or 3. Oh, and we got a little bit of
extra. And,
yes.
I believe we're going to have an unnecessary roughness call. I believe they're going to call this on the Venom. We saw a shot there, I think, from a Vipers player. Dave Rose. But as we see in sports, it's not the first hit that's called. It's the retaliation.
Yes. That was very, very interesting. We'll have to see what they call. This could possibly be 15
Jay Fortuna
yards.
making his case to the officials, as he always is.
Of course. Jay is always in the middle.
Jay is Jay. We'll put it that way.
Jay is always in the middle trying to make sure that the refs know his side, and his teammates always appreciate that out of Jay.
Yep, so we have the 4 referees conferencing right now on the far sideline near the Vipers. And we saw the flag come up immediately after the Venom player gave the shot to the helmet. So we're going to pick up.
I saw one referee motioning that it's against the Vipers.
Ooh,
we will see.
It's going to be a holding call against the Vipers, but I believe we're going to have the next play of the unnecessary roughness against the Venom. As we're getting this sorted out right now, we need a couple of officials to sort it out. So they pick up the flag, so it's holding against the Vipers and unnecessary roughness against the Venom. It looks like as of right now the penalties are going to offset based on where the ball is going to be spotted. So it's almost like a free play.
So they had to go backwards and mark where it would have been for the holding, and now they're going forward again.
I think it's the holding which caused the shove to the helmet on the unnecessary roughness. So, but I believe they're gonna spot it. I think
offsetting penalties.
Yep.
I don't know what the deal with the ref.
So it looks like the offsetting penalties will give the Vipers 5 additional yards.
Because the unnecessary roughness is 15, and the holding is 10.
What's 15 minus 10?
5.
You are correct, sir.
I graduated the 2nd grade. Woo!
Are you sure? Was it
I think so. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay, Bob.
Noel is in the shotgun by himself. Jay is out wide left, and it looks like Noel is trying to scramble around to the left, throws the ball out of bounds. What a great
and I believe
presence of
they
mind.
Will not, yep, and they're not going to call intentional grounding. He was out of the pocket.
Great presence of mind by Noel to get rid of that ball and not take the sack for
We
yards.
do have an injury on the field right now. So they will stop the clock at 21:51 as we have an injured Venom player on the far sideline.
As soon as I get that number to you.
Well, it appears he was holding his right arm. Could have had the wind knocked out of him. We hope he's okay. Last time we were here in Grays Lake, we actually needed an ambulance for one of the players for the Antioch Swarm.
Ooh,
so
that's not good.
It was not a good scene here the last time we were here. So it looks like he will walk off on his own power.
Looks like it was an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. Excuse me.
It's going to be Wayne Bolden helping him off the field. So looks like he's okay. Probably just had the wind knocked out of him, walking off on his own power. So that's the best thing. So as they'll get him off the field and give him some medical treatment on the sideline, we'll get back to playing momentarily. Just want to remind everybody, this is your home for Chicago Vipers football here on SportsTownChicago.com. Our big TriCaster event happening next Friday. But our
somebody's graduating.
But our very own Steve Suff will be an official graduate. He will be graduating that night. So
unfortunately, I will not be on the broadcast. I apologize.
So they're actually going to pass you?
I think so.
Really?
See, not only will I be past the second grade, now I will be able to say that I am a college graduate.
All right. Our camera said a college graduate from second grade. All right.
Jay Fortuna off the left hip in the shotgun for Noel Rivera. We'll see what they do here. Fake snap to Jay as Noel is running up the middle and is met.
Almost had the ball stripped, too.
16.
Almost had the ball stripped from him, too, from behind Rivera.
Wow.
And that was a gain, actually, of just about 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Vipers. Still no score. 21 minutes now to go here in this first half.
Jay Fortuna is coming off the field. No more Wildcat offense for the Vipers.
Looks like Stan White checking back into the field now. Looks like they want to have some big wide receiver presence here on this 3rd down.
Gee, I wonder, are they going to pass?
I don't know.
Bringing in the bigger wide receivers.
You never know. Eli Williams lined up right next to Stan White on the left side here of Rivera.
And you got Jamie Wyatt off the left hip of Rivera. 2 wide left, 1 wide right. Shotgun formation. Rivera takes the snap. He's looking left. Throws it deep for Eli. Has him this time.
Ooh, and that's going to be a pass interference. Now, the ball was thrown a little bit. It got caught under the air with the wind kind of affecting it a little bit.
42.
We're just going to call everybody agents here tonight.
Once we get to the second half, nobody's going to be an agent no more.
Well, I understand. Now, I understand that. But we do have a number 42. Tyler Henkin.
Yes, that is a huge penalty.
Here's the thing. Eli Williams had it beat down the field. Now the ball was thrown. And now the wind caught the wind caught the throw from Noel Rivera. The wind kind of took it down a little bit, but then as we saw the contact with the defender and Eli Williams, it was the call for defensive pass interference, and now the Vipers in Venom territory for the first time here today. Now everybody's in front of us now.
Everybody's in front of us, and we are looking at 1st down from the 28-yard line. Noel goes back to pass, throws over the middle, just overthrows Frank Wattis. It is now 2nd down.
Frank Wattis, the 5'10 wide receiver out of Hoffman Estates, Illinois. So 2nd down now, and it's actually, they're going to be on the 31-yard line now. It was not the 20, it's the 31.
Oh, my apologies. Yes, my apologies. I had it backwards.
And he's gonna be that college graduate from the 2nd grade.
Oh, great! Pretty much.
What is this world coming to?
Actually, I take that back. The 32-yard line.
Oh, 32. So we're gonna be that exact.
Yes.
You want to count your steps? 3 feet in a yard.
Right there, 32-yard line.
Okay. Very close.
1 wide right, being Frank Wattis. 2 wide left, 1 being Josh Hampton, the other one being Stan White. And Josh Hampton off the left hip in the shotgun off of Noel's left hip. Noel goes back to pass. Is almost met. Scrambling around right. Throws it for the 1st down.
And on the catch there for the Vipers, that's Miguel Tanuz. the 6'1", 240-pound tight end. Good awareness there by Tanusi. He turned around on the play, knowing Rivera was scrambling to his right there. Came around to try to get open, to get some kind of open field, downfield from Rivera, and did a nice job there turning around, getting the pass from Rivera, and it's a new set of downs as the Vipers are now on the Venom
18-yard line.
18-yard line.
The Clouds are taking cover here.
Yeah, stadium lights being mostly effect here.
Taking to effect here on the field. Jamie Wyatt off the right hip in the shotgun for Noel. Frank Wattis out right. Stan White and Eli Williams wide left in the shotgun formation. Noel takes the snap. He looks to pass. Scrambles right. Scrambles backwards, actually. Throws it.
Is that going to be intentional grounding, though?
Ref is shaking his head no. No intentional grounding.
It was close. That was
Looks
close.
like we're going to have a conference between the two refs.
The Venom players want intentional grounding.
And the Venom fans as well.
It was close. Rivera running to his right there, but the question was if he was in the pocket.
Yes, once again the refs are conferencing. And now there's a third ref into the conference.
Well, the more knowledge, the better.
Exactly. Hey.
How are you?
2 heads are better than 1. 3 heads are better than 2. Always.
And 4 is better than 3?
Yes.
5 is better than 4?
6 is better than 5.
Okay, well, we're going to stop this.
Yes, we will.
So Jay wants to get word about it as well. And they are going to call it intentional grounding.
They're calling intentional grounding.
So after the long discussion, it is going to be intentional grounding against Noel Rivera. And like I said earlier, it was close, but no, we did not have the official call right away. As we mentioned, the refs had to discuss it.
As it is now 3rd down and a whole lot.
It's a 3rd down and a country mile to go.
That's a good way of putting it, because the original line of scrimmage.
We are back at the 34-yard line right now.
So a loss of 15 yards.
They need to get to the Venom 8-yard line to convert this.
So that would be a gain of 25 yards. Let's see if they can do it. Noel with Eli Williams off his left hip. You've got Frank Wattis out wide right. You've got what looks like Shane Voigt out wide left. And Noel is scrambling out
Smart
left.
move by Rivera. Look at him go.
Scrambling, and he goes.
And I think he got is he close to the first down?
He's down to the 7 or 6 yard line. First down.
He's close.
He's down to the 7 or the 6 yard line.
He's 2 yards short. They're going to put him at the 10-yard line. What a run there by Noel Rivera.
Huge run there for Rivera.
So a 23-yard run there from Noel Rivera on 2nd and 25.
Huge. As we are just under 15 minutes to play here in the first half of this Gridiron Football League matchup between the Lake County Venom and the Chicago Vipers. Huge run there.
You talk about scrambling ability from the quarterback. You just had it.
You've seen it time and time again this year for Noel and this offense. Noel with Eli off his right hip, Wattis out right, Voigt and Fortuna, his receivers to the left. Interesting that they've got Voigt in playing wide receiver. Noel takes the shotgun snap, pitches it right to Eli. Eli can't break the tackle.
It looks like he's going to lose about a couple yards there.
Loses a couple yards.
And the Vipers
will take over.
So a great defensive stop there,
Huge
reading the
defensive
play
stop there
by the Venom.
And they now take over on offense at their own 11-yard line.
They immediately read that it was going to be a pitch to Williams to the right, and the Venom were having none of it, and they take over on downs on their own 12-yard line. So we have 13:26 to go, no score in this first half.
So the Venom offense gets a chance here, going right to left, our right to our left. And it looks like they've got Voigt playing almost safety instead of linebacker.
Kind of something we don't see with Shane Voigt too often.
Although he's
a good utility player on defense to use, though.
And it looks like we got a trips left.
You got a bunch left here.
Bunch left.
Interesting format. And getting the sack, and is that
possibly a safety?
And it will be spotted at the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
It's going to be right there. It was close to a safety. The Viper defenders were looking for a safety, but that is right near the goal line. I mean, I don't know how much closer that gets. They have it at the 1-yard line, it looks like. Or maybe not even. Close to the half. I mean, that was close.
So a huge bull rush there by the defensive line.
And that would have been our first points of the game.
That it would have. Well, they've got another chance to get it here.
Look for Drew Jones here.
Drew Jones up the gut. Bust a play. Pass off to the left. As Agent 22 is taken down immediately. Gary Conkian.
So that was a gain of about, we'll say, I think it was only 2 yards, so they have pushed up to about the
a yard.
Maybe at the 2.5, 3 yard line it is right now. So, but yeah, it brings up a third down and a ways to go. They have to get to the 21-yard line to convert.
Let's see if they can do it. Quarterback takes the snap, immediately looks to run. Little shovel pass that is incomplete.
Took his eyes off the football there, trying to run up the field. So the Vipers going to take over with good field position now, as we have just about 11 minutes to go here in this first half. Still no score, surprisingly. No score.
Big stop there, big.
We're seeing big stops back and forth here at both of these teams.
Yes, this has been a defensive
When you think the
stalemate.
Vipers are going to close in, the Venom say otherwise. When the Venom looked like they were going to try to get out of this hole, the Vipers say otherwise. The Venom, a couple possessions ago, were close to scoring. Vipers, again, put a defensive stop on that possession.
And we'll see if the Vipers can strike first here, as they now take over on offense at the,
looks like the
32 of the Venom. And once again, we've got the entire Venom team in front of us.
Well, they want to be around popular people, so that's why they're with us, right?
Agreed.
Can't blame them.
Frank is out wide right. Eli's off the left hip of Rivera. You've got Fortuna and White off to the left, wide left. Rivera. Eli looks like he picks up a botched snap that never made it to.
They picked it up and got a gain of about a half yard there, so it's second down and about 9 now.
The snap was never made.
Good thing for the Vipers to fall right on top of that one.
It was just grounded. Eli saw it immediately and pounced. And had he not?
Good awareness there. And, you know, if you're Jay Fortuna and company on the sidelines, you're really happy with the awareness there.
Yes, Jay Fortuna is actually on the field right now. Looking left is Rivera as he is met and brought down.
Wow, that is
defensive
a big
line
loss.
Huge defensive line pressure from the Venom as they bring down Noel Rivera, and it is now third down and about 15 or 16 to go.
They would need to get to the Venom 22-yard line to convert right now.
And they are right now at the 40-yard line, so this is an 18-yard play that they need to make.
Long way to go if you know Noel Rivera.
Third and 18 from the 40-yard line.
We have 8:55 and counting left here in this first half.
That we do. Frank Wattis and Josh Hampton out wide right.
You got to look for something maybe here with Josh Hampton. Screen pass or something.
Backfield as you've got two more out wide left for Noel. Noel takes a snap. He's looking to pass. Throws it deep to Ja. Oh, just a little overthrown for both Wattis and for Hampton. Looks like the Venom will take over on downs. 8:25 left to go.
Just overthrown. Rivera just put a little too much mustard on that one. Looks like Hampton had the coverage beat downfield. If that was a little bit, within 5 yards of Hampton in the air, Could have been a potential catch. Could have been a potential touchdown even because Hampton was already at the goal line when the ball was overthrown towards the scoreboard here to our right. So just an overthrown ball by Rivera. The wind was behind Rivera on that play. The wind is coming from the north. He was facing the south, way to the south end zone. Rivera might have just a little zip on the ball. Wind might have taken it a little bit as well, but Rivera won't give the wind as an excuse. He'll just say that was a bad throw on his part.
So the Venom take over, and I'm trying to figure out a spot to stand that won't get the wind in the mic. Sorry about that. As the Venom take over here.
Well, it proves that you're outside.
Yes, it does.
And we got flags flying.
Flags are flying.
And it looks like we might have a
illegal.
We didn't even see an initial signal.
Maybe
so
illegal formation is what I'm seeing.
Illegal formation. No, they're just going to say that they did not mean to pick up the flag, so they will just redo it. So it's a redo.
It's a redo of the play. Nothing happened.
The official wave of the flag by the official goes, my bad, I'll put it back in my pocket and lock it.
Quarterback shakes off a defender. Pass is tipped.
Ooh, and that was actually almost tipped to a receiver there.
Yes, it was.
But that brings up a 2nd down and 10 now with 6:45 to go. Still no score. Seeing a defensive prowess between the Venom and the Vipers.
Whoever strikes first might win this game. And
that is a very true possibility, considering how these teams play. But let's remember in the Gridiron Football League, the second half is a whole nother animal.
The second half is a definite whole other animal. As you've got Jay Fortuna, who was on the field but is now coming off the field. Jay
does it all.
Last week he had 3 sacks in the game against the Waukesha
You and John Stevens are going crazy about that, too.
It was insane watching Jay do what Jay does. Traditional set as the quarterback throws over the middle. Can't make the catch. Tried to haul it in with one hand.
Yeah, it was almost
got a little fancy.
Yeah, you got to try to get both hands on that football. It's those split-second things what you want to do with it to try to catch it. But as a receiver, you always want to try to catch both hands, get it in your breadbasket, meaning your chest area.
It is now 3rd down and 10 to go.
Wind is now picking up, coming from the east now. It was coming from the north earlier. Now it's coming from the east.
It looks like Jay is just talking to his cornerback.
Yeah,
he needs to get off the field, and he does.
He's talking to Kyle Januski, the safety out of Elk Grove, Illinois.
Kyle Jankowski, yes.
Jankowski, excuse me.
Quarterback takes a snap, scrambles around, and is immediately met. Goes down.
He was met by the Max Brooks there on the sack, so that's a turnover of possession. So Max Brooks on the sack, and the Vipers will get the football back.
With just
5
minutes to go.
Wait for that. Wait for that second.
Just waiting for that 5-minute mark to come. So the Vipers take over at the 20.5-yard line. And yes, I'm calling it the 20.5-yard line no, they don't.
They're going to bring it back to the. Looks like they're going to bring it back to the 35-yard line, or right near it.
The 35-yard line. We're at the 35-yard line. Vipers have a short field to work with. Let's see if they can do something with it. They haven't been able to yet, but you know what? There's 4:18 to go. You never know what can happen.
We'll get to the NFL rules in just about 1:13 to go. So let's remember, NFL rules will start at the 3-minute mark here, left to go in this first half.
So you've got Eli and Josh in the backfield on either hip of Noel. Or Jamie Wyatt, excuse me, as Jamie gets the snap and is immediately met and brought down for a loss of about 2 yards. So it is now 2nd and 12 with 3:40 to go.
Jamie Wyatt a little bit indecisive there where he wanted to go with that. Not sure if he knew the actual designed run of the play. Kind of had a split second to try to think about where he was going. And when you do that during live on the field, when you're trying to make that decision, you can't take that long to make your decision. When you got to stick with something, you got to go with it.
To me, it looked like all the holes were plugged up and he had nowhere to go, so that's why he was so indecisive. Either way, 2nd down and about 13-14 to go with 3:13 to go. Again, in about 10 seconds here, we will have the NFL clock. One wide left, one wide right with a twin backfield. As it is a fake left handoff, fake right, or fake right handoff, fake left. Eli Williams on the carry, coming around for a gain of close to the first down. And we are now under 3 minutes to go. We are at 2:45 left to play. And it is now NFL rules for the clock.
Still tackled inbounds, so the clock will continue to run. As it's a new set of downs for the Vipers. They have stopped the clock. They kept it at 3. They're going to put it back at officially 3 minutes, as they're saying that the play ended right at the exact 3-minute mark. So they will put the 3-minute on the clock momentarily. It looks like they have 2:53 on the scoreboard right now.
It's supposed to be 3 minutes.
It's supposed to be at 3. They have not changed it, but it looks like they're going to stick with the 2:53.
They're keeping it at 2:53.
So it's 2:53 NFL style rules.
So Jamie White off the left hip, Eli Williams off the right hip. One wide on each side for Noel, who in the shotgun takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Jamie Wyatt.
You had Eli.
He looks right, just a little overthrown for Frank Wattis, and you've seen that too much today. Is Noel is just got a little too much mustard on his passes.
Yeah, and you can possibly say that the wind is a factor because now it's coming from the east, and that's coming from left to right of Rivera. He was running to his right to make the throw. You can't keep making the excuse that it's the wind, but as you mentioned, maybe just a little too much aggressive throwing on the part of Noel Rivera, just trying to put that extra oomph on there. With this wind, you probably are not going to need that.
I don't even think it's an extra oomph. He's just trying to overcompensate for the wind, and he doesn't have to. If he would just
it is a considerable wind here. This isn't your average just little breeze in the air. This is a little gusty wind that we've had here so far throughout this game.
So once again, Jamie White off the right hip, Eli off the left, in the backfield, over the middle, Josh Hampton, and the ball is almost intercepted.
Pass was
almost intercepted.
Yeah, it was almost intercepted by Randy D, the safety for the Venom. As we have 2:41 now on the clock. Still no score.
Clock is stopped again because we are now entered under 2 minutes, or under 3 minutes, excuse me, for the NFL style rules.
Getting a little chilly out here too, actually.
Just a little bit.
Starting to cool down out here a little bit.
Just a wee bit.
Our camera guy, I know he's feeling that breeze in the air. So I know I am a little bit too. I know, Steve, you have the long sleeve shirt and I do not.
Long sleeve isn't really helping because it's very thin.
Oh, well. But you look good doing it, though.
Thank you very much. 2 wide left, 1 wide right, and Jamie White off the right hip for Noel as they drew the defensive line.
Rivera somehow picked it up nicely, though.
Rivera picked it up. He's scrambling around, trying to shake defenders, and he does. An illegal block in the back, possibly, that they didn't call. And Rivera's taken down right around the 35-yard line.
The flag is at the 24-yard line of the Venom.
And that would be before the offsides.
Or was it a false start?
It's either a false start or an offsides.
The referees are convening now right here in front of us here.
Yes, here with 2:24 left to go in the game, or the first half, excuse me.
That'd be a quick game then.
It would be a quick game. And we're going to get the official call. It is encroachment on the defense, so we will have a 5-yard difference for 5-yard positive difference for the Vipers here, as it is now 3rd and 5 from what looks to be the 17-yard line. Yes.
Big third down here for Noel Rivera. Can this crew right now get something going before we dwindle down to the end of this first half?
Again, 2:24 left to go in this first half. Noel has Eli off his right hip. He's got Frank Wattis out right. He's got Shane Voigt and Stan White out left. Once again in the shotgun, Noel takes the snap. He's looking left, throws. for the back end of the end zone, just overthrown. Again, Shane Voigt. It is now 4th down, 2:06 left to play.
And now the question is, do the Vipers stay out there?
Do they go for it? Do they kick the field goal? What do they do?
And it looks like
they are going to go for it.
We appear to have now a mist in the air.
That is what it looks like.
Yeah, it seems to be misty now here on the field. Hopefully our equipment doesn't get too wet.
Nope. New blood in for the Vipers as Jalen Harrison is now entered into the game wide right alongside Eli Williams, Frank Wattis, and Josh Hampton out left with the empty backfield for Noel. Let's see if Noel can make something happen here on 4th down. Looking to throw, standing around the pocket. Offensive line is doing a great job for him. He throws it.
And he's got it.
Got it for the touchdown.
Josh Hampton.
Josh Hampton for the touchdown. Touchdown,
Wow.
Vipers.
Josh Hampton showing up in the big moment once again for the Vipers with 1:55 to go in the first half.
Noel was being chased from the backside as he was rolling out left, and he just made a
You could
very
see
nice
Rivera
throw.
directing traffic as he's standing in the pocket with the football. As his offensive line did a tremendous job holding the pocket for him for as long as he did before Rivera scrambled to his right, or to his left, throwing it across his body and getting it to Josh Hampton on the far side of the end zone for a touchdown. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. So we will not see Zach Criswell out to kick the extra point. Rivera's back out there. Jay Fortuna out to the left as well.
You've got look for Eli Williams on a wheel around, going in motion, just as I thought he would. And he throws it.
He throws it to Jay.
To Jay. Who else would he throw it to for the 2 points? It is now 8-0 here with 1:54 left.
Put it right in his breadbasket.
Jay was wide open in the back of the center of the end zone.
He was standing there for about a full second.
Waving his arms.
He stood there waving his arms. Ball me, Blazer.
Just looking
And
for
he
the
got
ball. And he finally got the ball. So touchdown and 2 points makes it 8-0.
I could just imagine Jay. The only fault he'll have with Rivera on that one is saying, "You had that second to throw it to me. You still got it, but you missed out on a second.
You should have thrown it to me sooner." Either way.
I was still wide open, but you should have thrown it to me a second sooner."
So 1:54 left to play here in this first half. 8-0 lead now for the Vipers as they go on defense, and the Venom take to offense from their own 30. Have to go 70 yards in 1:54. We'll see what they can do to come back after the points put on the board by the Vipers. Out of the shotgun, 2 wide right, 1 wide left. Running back in the backfield. Silsby chases down the quarterback.
And he's going to get enough for the first down.
Huge gain as the quarterback
Ran out of bounds, so the clock stops at 1:45.
scrambled around to the right, wheeled it around to the right, made a huge gain. As the ball is now being placed at the 42-yard line. A gain of 12 and a first down with 1:45 left to go here in the first half.
We'll take a quick 5-minute halftime break as well. Right after
Will
this
it be
half
5 or
immediately ends.
10?
I believe we'll be doing 5.
Okay. Because
We've had it different. We've had it different a couple weeks, but we'll figure that out once the time comes.
Yes, we will. Quarterback drops back, looking to throw, throws it over the middle. And what a huge hit by
man.
Shane Voigt.
Yeah, but
Huge
he's
Shane
injured.
Voigt.
And getting up right away somehow is number 3 Quentin Stern. Wow. Oh, that is.
Shane Voigt read that all the way.
I know our camera guy Brian Stern got that one, and even he's cringing at that one. Oh, you could feel that one from over here. You really could.
Yes, you got to give the receiver credit on that play, going over the middle, but he was just met quickly by Shane Voigt.
That's going to hurt.
Huge play.
That's going to hurt in the morning
on this defense. That might be a play that gets this defense going. Quarterback takes it, looking left. Little swing pass is incomplete as Drew Jones was waiting in the wings to make another huge stop for this Vipers defense.
For Jeff Clayton there, he kind of just lost his balance. He was trying to catch the ball. Might be a little slippery on the field as we've been having a very quiet mist.
Very quiet mist, yes. That's the best way to put it. As you can see, it just cross over the lights.
Yeah, it's a quiet mist here. Field might be getting a little bit slippery. It has been raining in the area the last couple days, so
it's definitely making the ground under my feet squishy because I can hear it through the headphones, so that's not good. Too wide to the right. Quarterback takes the snap. There's nowhere to go, so he runs up the middle,
he slept
and he is
again.
met by Silsby for the sack.
Yeah, but he slept on the play there again, which means it gave Greg Silsby some more room to get to the sack there. So as we now have just about
120 to go, 121 to go.
We have 81 seconds.
Should be running. The clock should be running, but it's not.
Well,
Actually, never mind. It's a
switch of possession, so they will stop the
clock. 81 seconds to go, or a minute 21 left.
Oh, but it doesn't rain. We're going to have to find somewhere to put our equipment.
We will see if...
What are we going to do with our camera guy?
I don't know.
What are we gonna
I don't know.
What are we going to do with him? Put him on top of a vending machine?
You might have to. That's not a good idea.
I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to fly away indoors.
So, from what looks like the opposing 30-yard line, the Vipers now have a minute 21, 81 seconds, as you so aptly put, Ryan. We've got 81 seconds to go with the ball on the 30-yard line of the Venom, the 40, 30. I don't know. Looks to me like the...
They have it right at midfield almost, as of right now.
No,
they're going to have it at the 40, I apologize.
They've got it at
so
the 40.
it's on the Viper 40.
It's on the Viper 40.
It's on the
yes.
Viper 40. We have 81 seconds. 8-0 the score. Now you know.
Now I know.
8-0 the score in
Because
favor.
it's my Super Short Show.
Anyway.
Little Disney,
yeah,
little Disney reference there.
Okay, well, I don't think a lot of our listeners get your Disney reference, but moving on. 8-0 the score in favor of your Vipers here on the home for your Chicago Vipers, sports.chicago.com. Ryan Fahey alongside me, the up-and-coming graduating Steve Suff.
Thank you very much.
And our camera guy here on hand tonight. You'll be seeing game footage of this later on in the week. Brian Sturm.
Who I think a trooper who is standing on a table right now.
Yeah, and he broke his sunglasses before the game. He lost a pair a couple weeks ago, and then he broke the ones that are on the back of your head. and he didn't realize where he put his glasses. What a rookie!
Wow!
What a rookie we got here on Sports Town Chicago.
Too wide right, or too wide left.
Wish you could catch his reaction.
Yeah, too wide right, too wide left, one wide right, with new blood in the backfield. As Noel scrambles up the middle, has a huge amount of field to work with, and he makes the play. Goes about 15 yards for the first down.
1 timeout remaining for the Vipers, 2 timeouts left for the Venom.
As we are just about to approach a minute left to go here in this first half.
No huddle offense.
No huddle offense. We are now at under a minute to go here. 2 wide left. Eli Williams is out left, and you've got Frankie Wattis.
A lob snap there.
Josh Hampton makes the catch out to the left, and he almost broke that. Almost broke that.
Clock has stopped. 44.3 seconds.
As he went out of bounds, but had he not, he was gone.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. So 44.3 seconds to go. 1 timeout for the Vipers, 2 timeouts left for the Venom. As we have a flag on the field, as we're going to have illegal. Looks like we're going to have illegal hands to the face against the Vipers.
So
that's going to come back. So get rid of the Hampton run there. That's coming back.
That it is.
As again, the windy, misty conditions here at the Grays Lake Aquatic Center football field.
And the rain is starting to get a little more than just a mist.
Feel a couple raindrops.
Yes.
I don't have a towel.
I do not either.
Or an umbrella. We're going to have to borrow one.
Starting the clock, just under 40 seconds to go now. 30.
Clock has started, so 30 seconds.
30 seconds and counting. Noel takes the shotgun snap. Out left. Almost intercepted.
Oh, way overthrew Eli Williams there. Way overthrew him.
We've got an injured Venom player.
I believe that was the lineman back earlier in the first half who was
Agent
injured.
71, yes. Or no, not Agent 71.
Agent 72.
Agent 72, yes.
And it looks like he is done for the night. He is heading out of here. Looks like he is going to need some medical
He was in
treatment.
some pain.
He was favoring his right arm. So we wish him all the best and
Looks like
quick and
maybe
speedy
his
recovery.
shoulder.
So we wish him for a full and quick recovery.
22.1 seconds left here in the first half as the Vipers are now at second and about 12, second and 11 from the 29. Jay Fortuna out wide left with Eli Williams on his inside.
And that'll be
Blocked
batted down.
pass by number 69, Agent 69 for the Venom. 17.9 seconds to go here.
So 4 seconds were killed on that play there, so it brings up 3rd and 12.
Third and 11 from the 29. This 8 points could be huge for.
Yeah, I mean,
Vipers.
we're seeing here that I don't know if maybe it is the weather conditions out here today, or tonight I should say. It's evening right now. Some places it's today, but still, you know, we're seeing a lot of slippery cleats. We're seeing a lot of slips and trips and falls. As we're standing here on the grass on the side here, it is a little slick. And when you try to turn your body so fast on that field trying to cut around defenders, you could easily lose your footing.
It's easy to see how somebody could slip, yes. So 17.9 to go. Jay and Eli out left. Frank out right.
And Rivera bobbled that snap.
It was a overthrown snap as Rivera throws.
Oh, what a pass!
Huge, wide open for Frank Wattis as he crosses the 20, the 10.
Gets a block.
Touchdown, Vipers.
And
as time expires, as there's 0.9 seconds to go on the clock. Touchdown,
Wow.
Vipers.
What a
Huge
play.
play as Noel was scrambling out right.
That's all Noel Rivera right there, keeping that play alive.
Noel Rivera that gave Wattis the room.
I believe
to
we just
go
heard from the
for.
official that this is going to be the final play of the half. He said no Clyde. Now, does that include the next play? We'll find out next.
So now you got everybody to the right as Williams
Way overthrown his head.
Williams was out, the only guy to the left, as he had a bunch to the right. Sends Williams in motion. Winds up throwing it to Williams. Couldn't complete the pass, so it is a 14-0 game. I believe at halftime.
And they're going to run it out, so that is going to do it for.
That'll do it for the first half of play here at the Grays Lake Aquatic Center football field here at Grays Lake Park District.
And we will check back here in about 5 to 10 minutes, so stick around with us. This is SportsTownChicago.com.